Hey there guys, welcome to an unboxing of the brand new Infinity product from Corvus Belli. So a couple of things just before I get this started. First of all, thank you, huge thank you to Corvus Belli for sending me this copy for review and to show you guys. And at the same time, I do apologise to them for not getting this video out sooner. I was hoping to get this video done before, or well, during the pre-order event, so that I could tell you guys about the pre-order stuff. Unfortunately, I have been so busy with commission painting. I've just not had time to do anything for the channel. Luckily, I don't have anything for the next month or so, so hopefully I can get a whole bunch of Infinity stuff done. But yeah, Operation Sandtrap, the new two-player introductory battle pack for N5 Infinity, so 5th edition. Now, so pre-order. The pre-order window has ended. The pre-order came as an exclusive. You could get this with the N5 book, the lore book, as a bundle and with a miniature, and you got an extra miniature for a set price. Some places do still have that bundle available, so do check your local hobby stores, online stores, stuff like that. You might be able to get the bundle, which I think was around about £140 or thereabouts. Unfortunately, obviously I've missed the window, so that may not be the case all the time that you're seeing this. If it's months down the line, you may not be able to find one anyway. If you did pick up a pre-order copy, even if it was just the pre-order of the box, not the book bundle, you will have this pink sticker on it if it was a pre-order copy. And this print sticker, or this pink sticker, shows that you get this extra miniature, which is not the extra one from the bundle. This is a different one in this box. If it doesn't have this sticker on it, then you just have the post pre-order, so the regular edition, and you'll just get the miniatures that are already included in this as part of this. This is a pre-order exclusive miniature, and then there was another miniature that you could buy, which was a pre-order exclusive. You could buy him separate, but he also came as part of the bundle. If you bought the box, the book, and the miniature, you would get some savings. It would work out that the miniature was free. So yes, I do apologise, Corvus Belli, that I didn't get this video out sooner. But those of you who are into Infinity and want to get started with 5th edition, this is a great start. Those of you who are new to Infinity, it's a great product. I would recommend it for anybody. But the models that come in here are going to use some slightly more advanced rules, but you can, and I do because I play with my son who's autistic, so we play a slightly simplified version of the rules. Basically, we don't treat sectorials like sectorials. They're just like a regular army, just the troops that they are. Obviously, if you play Infinity, you'll know what I mean with that. If you don't, sectorials are basically a special set of miniatures that you can choose from the army range. So you get the army range that may include, that will have miniatures, and then you'll get sectorials which will have options of models from the main range, but not everything from the main range, and also unique models that aren't in the main range. I hope that makes sense. So you get a bit of both, some elite stuff and some options from the main, and then they come with their own special rules, but we just treat them like they've come from the main range, just to keep it simple. If that seems too complicated for you, if you're new to Infinity, then in December, I do have the date here, I'll just look it up. I believe it is the 20-something, yeah, 26th of December, so Christmas, Boxing Day, which is a really weird date to release it, but apparently that's it. They will be releasing the Essentials Start Here pack, which is a slimmed down version of this. You don't get the miniatures that are in this, you get some older ones. This pack contains brand new miniatures. You get some of the older miniatures. If you played Infinity Code 1 Operation Coldstrom, I think it was, then it's the Pano miniatures from that, and then it's 3 of the JSA miniatures that were existing, not in this, back from when they were part of Yujing. So yeah, that's that explained. Basically, this one doesn't have any rules, doesn't have anything to help you play. The rules will be available online in PDF form, I believe on the 18th of November, so about a week or 2 from when I'm making this video, but I will put a link down in the description for that. The Essentials Start Here set is a slimmed down version. You get 6 models instead of the 14 that comes in this, 3 per side. A smaller mat, less terrain, but it comes with a quick rules booklet, which I will also link the PDF for down there, because that is available now. So down in the video description you'll find the link for the Start Here, or the Quick Start. I think it's the Quick Start rules, but yeah, that'll be in there. So this one, as I said, is aimed for those already in the game who want to get some new armies, but don't let that put you off if you are new to the game. It's still great to get 2 armies to start playing, and you just use the full rules. Once they're released, you use the full rules online, which you will need to, once you've got Essentials, you will need to go up to the full rules anyway, so I wouldn't worry too much. In here we get 2 armies. We get Pano-Oceania, or Pano as they are known, and JSA, which are now their own army. They used to be part of a different army, but now they have their own thing. So they have their own miniatures, their own lists that you can choose from, and their own thing. So yeah, 7 on each side. There will be some expansion packs coming out a little later on, I think around about December time. That'll be in another video. We'll take a look at them, where you'll get an extra 3 miniatures per side, rounding up to 10 per side. You will also get 3 dice for the Pano-Oceania and 3 dice for the JSA, a booklet. Now that isn't a rules booklet, we'll take a look at that. The Akashi Site Scenery Pack, which if you buy the Essentials pack, you can actually buy the Akashi Site Scenery Pack separate to expand that one. Tokens and a gaming mat. The gaming mat, this one here, I'm using it as a backdrop. It's a 32 by 24 mat, so it's for the mid-sized games. You will want 2 of these roughly. The sizes are a bit weird, but you would technically want, I think it's 48 by 48 inches, which means that it's actually wider than this. If you put 2 together, you'll get the 48, but it'll be by 32. So the mats, I don't know why they don't do them 24 by 24, and then you can do 4 of them, would make up a full table, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, really nice mat. Obviously it's a desert theme, because of the theme of the pack is that a new planet was discovered, and these 2 armies are fighting for rights to this planet, or fighting over this area of this planet. It's got some cool sort of rocky outcrop details under the sand, and this sort of structure looking thing. It looks like a landing platform or something. Yeah, it's not bad. I think that the plating on here might be a little bit too big in scale. If you take a look, I think, like, not each one of these, I think these are enlarged, but I think this small area these might be just a little bit too big to be on this. Like, these are the size of his feet, and they should be about half that. But obviously it would throw the scale off a little bit, but that's just being nitpicky. So yeah, this is the mat. We'll take a quick look at the booklet, and the reason I want to look at this, obviously to show you guys anyway, This is not a rules booklet. This does not come with rules. The Essentials Start Here pack will come with a small quick start rules, but this is not. Also, the N5 book is not a rules book. Please don't buy that book thinking that it's a rules book. There are no rules in there. It's just like this one. It's all lore. It's fluff. It's canon. It's just everything to bring you up to speed with what's happening within the universe. The rules are, excuse me, the rules are going to be online in PDF format. Now, I am in two minds on that. I love that they are doing it online, a digital version, because when they update the rules, you don't need to wait for a whole new edition to have updated rules. You just have them updated as and when. It means that you can keep up to date with the rules as the game develops over the years. So yeah, that's great. You can download it and keep it forever. Now, I have seen some content creators, some YouTubers, saying, oh, well, it's digital, you know, if the internet disappears, we lose that, or if Corvus Belli decide to pull the rules off the site, you lose it. It's a PDF. Save it to your PC. You've got it. They will always give a notice that, yes, we're going to remove this on such and such date. We are no longer updating it. So download that copy. You know that that is the most up-to-date rules then. So to me, that's a failed argument. You can always download it, save it. You can also print it. It will take a lot of paper, a lot of ink, but you can print it. But as I said, I was in two minds. I like flicking through books. I don't like pulling out a phone or a tablet or going on the PC and having to scroll through to try and find the rule that I'm looking for. I would much rather go to the index or the glossary or whatever they call it at the back and just go, okay, I want this, yes, it's on page whatever, flick to that page and then you have it. It's just the way I am. I love having a physical book, and I think Corvus Belli dropped the ball on that because they could have made money off of the book. I mean, I don't know their sales. They may find that they didn't sell that many of the N4 rules, so they've decided that it's too costly for them to print up to just not sell them because people are using the online stuff more. And then also you end up with out-of-date rules, and you'll have people flicking through and going, well, hang on, this is what the rules say here, and you'll have their opponent saying, well, no, because they changed that, it's online, and you have to go by the online or the updated rules. But if you're just playing with friends and don't care about updating rules and just play, then a rule book would have been good. But yeah, enough of that rant. Let's have a look. So as I said, this is all fluff, all canon. There's no rules in here. And it is about the box set. It's just the two armies. I'm not 100% sure because I don't have the N5 book, but I think that this is basically excerpts from that book. So you'll probably find that a lot of this will just be repeated pages taken from that book, specifically for Pan-Oceania and JSA. But we do have, obviously, a little bit on Operation Sandtrap. We have a little bit on Pan-Oceania themselves, so background on the organisation as a whole. And then we have on the unit specifically in Operation Sandtrap. So as I said, these two armies are sectorials, so they are more specialist troops. Now you do get your Fennec Fusiliers, which are from the main army list, but there are some models here that are specifically available. If you build an army list and you're using the main ones, not sectorial, then you won't be able to use some of the models in here. You do get two Fusiliers with the Essentials set, but it's not these models, it's the older models, which I have, but I don't have them with me to show you guys. But yeah, so you get two of these and then another troop that isn't part of these. So yeah, so we have a little bit of background on the Fennec Fusiliers, Black AIR or Black Air. We've got the Banshees Airborne Assault Unit, and I think these are a sectorial exclusive. We have the Griffin Troops Heavy Tactical Regiment, the Scarecrow's Active Recon Group, and I think this is another sectorial exclusive. He's not part of the Pan-Oceania main list. And then we have some alternate colour patterns here. I'm going to be doing some painting videos for you guys on how to paint these miniatures, and I'm looking at these. I like the blue, the Pan-Oceania. To me, they have to have the blue, but I want a desert theme, and they do this half brown, half blue. It's okay, but I think for mine, I want to do, see, this is very much it, but I want to do something like the camo pattern here, where they've got the brown with the sort of the lighter brown on the clothing. So they'll have this hard blue armour with the lighter brown, yellow, brown, tan kind of clothing. I think that's what I'm going to do for my pano. So if you want to see how I paint them up, then check the, what do you call it? The list or whatever this is in, the playlist. That's the one, the playlist that this video is in, the Infinity playlist. And I'll have all my painting videos and stuff in there. And I'll try and remember to link it in the top corner there. So if you get a little pop-up, click that, and that will show you how I painted the models from this setup. So yeah, we got some alternative colours for the Colonial Force there. And then for the next part of the book, we have the JSA. We have a little bit about the Japanese uprising, where they fought back against Yujing and said, we don't want to be part of you anymore. You're treating us like crap and we don't like it. We're going to be our own. And we found this nice little planet. We're going to take it. It's going to be ours. So yeah, the Japanese Sectionist Army, JSA as they are known. And we have some cool miniatures. So I really love Japanese history, ancient Japan, samurai and things like that. So JSA are going to be a really cool army for that. I love that they've got the samurai type trousers and then the white and red. It's just very samurai for me and a futuristic style. So we got the troops, we got the Senku troops, which are your standard foot infantry soldiers. You know, they're nothing special, cannon fodder, if you will. We've got this cool guy with a rocket launcher, the Raiden Saibutai. Then we've got the Jizumurai Hanryoden, I think that's how you pronounce it, with these two swords. He does have a SMG, I believe, as well, and then he's got his sword. So obviously JSA, being very samurai themed, are very close combat orientated, hence the submachine gun and the swords. So yeah, you get these guys into melee and they'll decimate almost everything. Pan-Oceania, very good all-round army, very strong, good units, good strong units, heavy firepower, things like that. But JSA claim the field on close combat. You just have to get them there alive first. Then we have the Nokizaru unit. Again, I really like the glow on the sword here. He's got the, I think it's a marksman rifle, something like that. And again, cool thing with Infinity, for those of you who haven't played before, you don't have to, it's not like Warhammer, if you've played that, it's not a WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. You can say that this guy has a slightly different, you know, a machine gun, an assault rifle, a sniper rifle. You just have to make sure that you let your opponent know what the model represents and that you don't change halfway through. So yeah, you can use a lot of stand-in miniatures for this. If you want to give it a try and you don't want to buy these packs, get some pennies, some markers, paper cut-out markers, colour them or write what they are on them and use them to represent your army. Get some D20s, which you can buy super cheap anyway. You only need 3 of them, ideally 6, but 3 of them will do. And you can play a game, see if you like the game, the way that it plays, and then go out and buy the models or the packs. But trust me guys, you're going to want to buy the packs. Great models and great game to play. Anyway, we have Hatamoto Imperial Guard, and that's it. And then we have some alternative colour patterns. For these guys, I really like the white and red armour with the black clothing, but I think the red armour is a little too, like, there's a lot of red armour on this, so I'm thinking where there would be red armour, I may go desert, and then we'll have the black clothing, or black and white clothing, sort of like these guys. So they got the white top, this, and then the armour I think I may do in this desert brown kind of look, but we'll see. Again, link in the top, make sure to go and take a look at how I did them. Then we have a little bit on Operation Sandtrap itself, so the operation on the planet and everything. Again, this is a little bit of background lore. The way they do these things are like little stories and things like that, especially this one, Silent Shadow. That is meant to be a short piece. And then moving on, at the back of the book, or towards the back of the book, we get some missions. Now again, there are no rules for these missions. They are based on army points. You can go online, and I have done this. I'll put a link down in the description. They do have the army lists for these two armies. They are 150 points each, with 2.5, I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, it's the extra points that you get, and then 3 for the pano. You've got all the weapon stats and obviously all the stats for the troops, names, everything. So these are available now. If you want to start playing before the full rules come out, you can still do them. So you can still do these missions. So we've got the Master Access mission. At the end of the game, have reconfigured one gate of an outpost. You will gain 1 objective point for each gate. At the end of the game, you control the Yamabushi. You get 3 objective points. So on this mission, you get the Yamabushi, which is the model that you get in the pre-order version. If you don't get the pre-order version, don't worry, they do a token, which we'll look at. But yeah, if you control him, then you also get points. So basically, it's control the gates and control him, and hope that you've got enough points at the end. The second mission is Core Enclave. And for this one, at the end of each game round, secure the Operation Hub for 2 objective points, and at the end of each game round, control the gate of Operation Hub for 1 point. So if you get the gate, then you get a point at the end of each round, and if you secure the hub, which I'm assuming there will be rules on how to secure it in there. Yeah, secure the Operation Hub. So I'll tell you how to actually do it. So there are some rules, but they are specifically for the scenarios. You will be playing on the 32 by 24 because obviously we're playing the 150 point army, which uses this. A 200 point army and a 250 point army will use 2 of these mats. It's 32, which is across, by 48, which is the 224s. And then after that, for 300 to 400 points, it's 48 by 48, which obviously this doesn't do wide enough. But there are mats that you can buy online, so there is that. And then for the final one, overall, mission objectives. There's quite a few mission objectives in this one. And each player will also have a classified objective on each mission. Oh, 2 on the first mission and then 1 on the other 2 missions, so they get a classified objective as well. I'm not sure where it tells you that, but yeah. So the main objectives for the final mission is, at the end of the game, dominate the TIZ nearest to your deployment zone for 1 point. At the end of the game, dominate the TIZ in your half of the table for an extra point. At the end of the game, dominate the TIZ in the enemy half for 2 points. And if at the end of the game you dominate the one furthest from you, so it will be in their deployment zone, you get 3 objective points. And at the end of the game, so all of this is at the end of the game, at the end of the game, control the same number of TIZs as the adversary. You'll get 1 objective point only if the player controls at least 1. So if you both control 1, then obviously you get a point, but if you both control 0, neither of you would get a point. At the end of the game, control more TIZs than the adversary for 2 objective points. So yeah, that's those. Then we've got a bunch of special rules again. And then obviously a map showing how to split the zones. So 150, you're going to be playing on this, and you'll be playing lengthways. Then we have how to expand your collection with Pan-Oceania. This is the 3 models that you get in the Beyond Operation Sandtrap. So if you're familiar with the Code 1 Operation games, I'm not sure if they did it before. I only started collecting with Code 1, but if you're familiar with them, they always did the main one, the Operation, and then a Beyond, and then you would get some packs after that as well. And if they follow that, then I will say now that they will most likely do the 2 sectorials from this available separately as well at some point next year, assuming you're watching this in November 2024. But yeah, they split them up later and sell them as individual model packs. So again, you may be able to buy the models if you don't get this. But yeah, so in that pack you will get the Blink team, the Fireflies Undercover Demolition Squad, and the Hetkari Shooters Regiment, 1 model from each. And for the JSA, you'll get the Teishin Guntai, the Kuriyami Ninjas, and the Shizoku Kogeki Tai, yeah. So yeah, 3 models for that, and they price normally, I think they're around about £45, depending on where you go. I think that's usually the RRP is around £45 to £50. So yeah, but don't quote me on that. I will do a video once we get some news on those. Then on the inside back, we've got Rem Racers. Fun little family game. If you haven't seen my unboxing video for that, go and check that out. I play that with my kids and they love it. It's a great game. Even for adults, it's such a fun game, trying to time your turnings right around the track, try not to crash, and then obviously shooting each other, bouncing into each other. It's based in the Infinity universe. Yeah, fun little game that Corvus Belli do. So take a look at that if you're into board games. And then on the back cover we've got Warcrow, the newest skirmish game from Corvus Belli. Plays differently to Infinity, which is a good thing. I don't like when a company like Minds Workshop do 2 games, a fantasy one and a sci-fi one, and make the rules almost exactly the same. You're just playing the game again with different miniatures. It doesn't feel right. Corvus Belli have done a great job on making sure that this plays very different to Infinity. It's still great, a great game. Don't let the fact that it's different put you off, please, because you know it's not different to the point where it's too difficult to learn. It's still easy to learn. It just plays a little bit different than what Infinity does. But yeah, great game. I do have an unboxing and some painting videos in a playlist for that, a Warcrow playlist, so you can go and check those out. But yeah, that's the booklet. I know you guys are waiting for the miniatures. Here they are. No, I'm joking. As you can see, I've already taken them out and assembled them, ready to show you guys, which we will do in this video. But this is the pack that it comes in. It does come inside a cardboard box like this. I have opened it all up so I can just sort of show you guys. But you get your dice sets. So you've got your blue for Pano and your white and red for JSA. The only miniature I haven't assembled yet is this one. This is the one that you will get if you have the pre-order version that has the little pink sticker. You'll get this guy free. Otherwise he won't be in your pack. You'll just get the other miniatures, which we will look at the end of the video. So if you want to just see the miniatures, go and skip there, but hopefully you guys will, you're still here and you're still listening to me ramble on. You also get this, the Akashi Site Scenery Pack. So this is the pack that they will be selling separate. The only thing I'm unsure about is if you get the tokens that are in this as part of that pack, or if they're just put in here because it makes it easier to put into one sleeve. But basically you get in this 5 buildings. I think it's large ones, 3 smaller ones, or 4 smaller ones. Yeah, 4 smaller ones. So you've got 5 large ones, 4 smaller ones, and then 5 of these sort of electrical conduit things, and they'll come like this. Now, if you're familiar with Corvus Belli's cardstock stuff, which they started with Code 1, is when they first started using this stuff. Before it was the thinner card, sort of foldable stuff. Then you'll know how great this stuff is. It can be a little bit fiddly to put together with some things, but in general, it's pretty easy. Now, they did used to do double-sided, so you could fold it one way or the other. This time they've gone with the same design on both sides. Personally, I think that's wasted ink. They did not need to print something that is going to be on the inside of a structure, because you're never going to see it. But I will show you guys how easy it is to assemble one of these. So what we'll do quickly, this is going to be the smaller building, just so it's easy. We've got GR1, and then we want GW1, which is any one of these. So these are the 4. So you just carefully pop them off. And what's cool that they've done with this one that I noticed is they've made it foldable, and this is why the backside, you can't fold it the other way. Make sure I'm still on camera for you guys. I'm stretching over a bit. But yeah, you can't fold it the other way to have this side showing. So it's kind of a waste. But basically, you've got this. You do have these little bits that need popping out. So what we'll do, we'll slot that in there, and as we roll around, hopefully we can pop them out as these bits pop in, and there, hopefully there, and then there. So you can see I have forced it a bit and pulled away some of the card there, but that is it. And then I think it's these ones. I think it's this. Oh, that's peeled off. That one. Let's just get that off. Let's have a look. So they've got that one and that one. Is that smaller? That's the same size. So they've got that going that way. But this doesn't seem to have a piece cut out of it. Neither does that. Have I done something wrong? Or have I missed a piece? Because they are saying it's GB. Oh no, it is just the one. My bad. It's the bigger ones that have 2. So that is it. A little bit of a thing with these then. Kind of disappointing that they weren't pieces that you could leave in. Obviously they're still on here. But yeah, that's the building. It's as simple as that. You could do the larger ones. Again, same kind of thing. We can take one of these off. We can pop these out. Just use something to push them through. Probably should have done this with the smaller one. That would have stopped the tearing the card up as I try to force them through. Then we've got the top bit. So this is the storage warehouse. So make sure it matches. And then again, we're just going to go round, pop it in. Hopefully, pop it in. There. It does get a little bit tight. You have to sort of pull it a little bit and get it in, and then the same, hopefully there. So there we go, there's that one, and then this one does do the thing that I was trying to do with the other one. This one does do this, and then it does do this. That keeps it all together. and also gives you something for your troops to hide behind. A little bit of cover on the edge of the buildings. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the other one is the conduit. It's fallen out, we may as well build it. Let's just take these, or pop these bits out if I can. One, didn't come out properly. Two, didn't come out properly, try it from the back. Three, doesn't want to come out properly. Get it out, come on. There we go, there's one. There's two, and there's three. And then we're going to need the other end. If we can get them. There's one. There's two. And there's three. So you can see how quick these go together. You know, it's not super difficult. You just have to be a little bit careful with it. And then the same on this end. And the cool thing I like about these, I'm not going to build another one to show you, but I will explain it, is the way that they've got them. So this is the power conduit, but if you take two of these and put them base to base, so one's this way and one's the other way, you get this cool hexagon shape building. Now these, I'd say they don't provide full cover because you can see his head across the top, which means to me he should be able to shoot over the top. They are only a fraction taller than this. This building, you can't see him, and that building, but I think this, he could be shot. So yeah, I'll have to see what the rules say about a building at that height. But once you've got two of them, obviously you're going to be more this height. Provides a perfect cover. So yeah, 3 pieces of terrain, super easy to put up. You get 5 of these, 4 of these, and 5 of these. So you get obviously enough card sheets in this to build all of those. You get one for each of the hubs, the buildings. So you've got the medical station, the power plant, the lab, and then you get these tokens. And again, if you collected the code 1 sets, you're going to have plenty of these tokens anyway. There are enough tokens here for 2 players. There are some specialist tokens that you can, that they don't do, but there are companies that do those tokens, you know, specialist type tokens for certain models and certain things that they do. But these are the tokens that you need to play. So you've got your orders, your lieutenant orders, so your regular orders and your lieutenant orders, but they are missing some of the other orders. Oh no, they've got them here, the irregular orders, only a couple. There is another order, I can't remember what it is, but there is another order that you can use as well, that they don't include in these, but it's rare that you would use them. You get your flamer template, that is 2 templates in one. You get your measuring sticks, you get your things to see, your silhouettes, so you can see if your troop is visible or not. Orange side down, and then that's the height of the model. If that can be seen, then your miniature can be seen. The reason they do this is because obviously you'll have some miniatures where, if we can get this for example, you can see that his gun is higher up, so some players might say, well, you can see him. But no, he's a standard miniature. He goes within this size template, and even if his gun is above the template, this is what you're going by, so he can't be seen. And it's as simple as that. It just solves the arguments of, yes, I can see that part of your troop, sorry, but you go by this. Nice and easy. So yeah, tokens and scenery pack. And like I said before, the scenery pack, I'm sure they are going to sell that separate. I'm sure I had a press release thing that they are selling, going to be doing them separate. It may even be available now. It's the Akashi Site scenery pack. And now, guys, I know you've been waiting, we will get to the fun stuff. So first of all, the Pano miniatures. Now I can't remember the name of all these models, so I will just show them off. So we've got the 3 Fusiliers here. Let's get this zoomed all the way in. Okay, so we've got the, get that to focus. There we go. So we've got the Fusiliers here. Now these are assembled. If you're not familiar with Corvus Belli stuff, they do come like I showed you in the other pack. They'll come in the little bags, each miniature, 1 miniature per bag, and you super glue them together. So this guy, for example, his backpack here was separate and his arms were separate. You had to glue them onto the miniature and then onto the base. The bases have these really cool marks on them, these sort of indents or outdents, whatever you want to call them, to represent the facing direction. So the front is the center, and obviously he's facing this way. So make sure if you're using these bases that when you glue them to the bases, they are facing the direction of this, because this is your front arc and your line of sight and things like that. If an enemy comes behind, he can't be seen. It's only if he's within this area. So yeah, these are your Fusiliers. These are the newer sculpted ones. Obviously with the shine, with the light and them being metal, it's hard to show all the detail, but they have so much detail on these miniatures. For a 28mm scale, I think they are amazing. Not too many mould lines or anything like that that you need to remove, just a few sort of clips here and there. You can see one down his hat there. I will have to sort of sand that off a little bit. It's not visible off camera, but I could just see it. You can see it there on camera. But yeah, if you go onto the top, you can see I've removed it there, and then you come around to that angle, so it's not too bad. And then this is the other guy, so 3 of them. These are your standard troops. Gap filling, it looks like, I don't think I had many models that need it. I think maybe 1. The only problems that I was having is the wrists weren't lining up properly. So obviously there's a hand on the gun here and it had to go onto the arm. I had to bend the gun slightly because it was too close to the arm, and it meant the arm was pushing back off the shoulder joint. So yeah, you may have to bend them slightly to get them to fit. Do dry fit them first before super gluing. Then we have this guy here. I think that's a shotgun maybe, but I think it's the new shotgun. So yeah, looks really cool. Got all his armour and his pistol there. Nice big backpack. And on this one, these 2 little bits were separate. Now they were so small, I weren't even sure if they were part of, actually it wasn't him, it was a different model, I'll get to that in a bit. But yeah, there was a part I wasn't even sure if it was meant to be glued on or not, or binned. Luckily, I could just work it out on the box art that it was meant to stay. But yeah, so there's that guy. And we got this one. Really fiddly. These 2 bits here needed gluing on, and they are literally, you can just see it in there, a small pin joint that goes into a little sort of ball slot on there, so it's like a ball in joint, but yeah, really small, so hopefully the glue will hold that on there. And then again, her arms and the gun arm had to be glued on as well. But yeah, really cool pose on this one, like she's sort of jumping backwards with her shotgun or assault rifle, whatever it is. Then we have, I do know this one, this is the Scarecrow. Really easy to tell with his knife and the hood and that. He just looks so different from the other ones, and the name's really easy to remember. So yeah, we got the Scarecrow. Again, arms were the only things to glue on this. So yeah, some really cool miniatures. And then we've got this guy with a sniper rifle. Now you can see that the gun barrel is a little bit wobbly. I've got it the best that I can, but it was bent off to a side, and then obviously you have to try and bend it back into shape. So yeah, that's the only thing with metal that I'm unkeen on. I think metal is great for working with, painting and stuff like that. I don't think there's a problem with it, other than that you can get some bent pieces, and unlike resin and stuff, you can't heat it up with warm water to bend it back into position. You do have to apply a bit of force, and obviously too much back and forth, you're going to break the piece off. But yeah, so again, typically with these models, it's always backpack, a gun and the other arm that you'll be gluing on. But in this case, I think it was his head was on there, but these little bits at the top had to go on, and that's the piece that I was on about, that I really wasn't sure if it was a piece, because there's not really much detailing on it. It just looks like a scrap piece, but I managed to see where it went and then tried to glue it in. So yeah, not difficult, but sometimes you just have to sort of really look at the art, box art, and make sure that you're getting the placements right. So that's the pano side, and then we have here the JSA side. So I don't know any of the names of these. Obviously they're Japanese names or Japanese sounding names, so I can't remember them, I can't pronounce them. But you've got your three troops here, the equivalent to the JSA, the Fusiliers. These are your standard foot soldiers with their combi rifles, I believe they are. Yeah, again, really cool. You'll notice they've got some plastic backpacks on these guys. These are the only plastic parts in this. They are thermoplastic, so they're not resin, but they're not like plastic that different other companies use. It's a bit of a weird plastic. I'm not super keen on it. I prefer it to the other stuff that they were using before, that Corvus Belli were using, but again, it just doesn't feel as nice as the metal or the plastic from some other companies. You can see a little bit of a mold line here, and that's the problem that I have with them. They're slightly rubbery. If you try to use the back of a knife or a mold line remover tool to scrape this off, it doesn't come off too well. You have to use the sharp side, and then obviously you run the risk of coming in at too deep or an angle and slicing off details. Luckily it is just the backpacks on these, and I think for the time being at least, Corvus Belli are going to be sticking with metal miniatures for the majority of their models. It's only the larger things like tags and stuff that they're using this thermal plastic. But yeah, so obviously we've got three of those guys. Then we've got the dude with the rocket launcher, really cool with his double samurai swords, his katana and his wakizashi. I think it's a wakizashi that they're called, the shorter ones. Not the tanto. The tanto is a knife, but yeah, I think that's what they're called. And then he's got his really cool heavy rocket launcher there, so obviously he's designed for taking some things out, and you'll use the large blast template for that, but I think he does have a direct hit one as well. So yeah, really cool there. Again, I think on this one it was the arms and the swords that stuck on. Everything else was already there. Then we've got this guy again with the double swords, and you can see his handles are a little bit bent there. I've tried straightening them, but because of where they're bent, I can't straighten it. It bends this more, it doesn't bend that bit, so a little bit, that's just the way that metal works. But yeah, it's not too bad. Obviously a little bit of gap around his neck there to fill in if you're really pedantic about that kind of thing. I'm not. I may fill it, but usually I'm not too bothered. I just paint it darker, and yeah. And then we've got another one with two swords. This time he's wielding them. It's a really cool pose. I really like this one. But yeah, he's got the shorter blade and then the longer blade. Again, I've still got a little bit of mould line removal to do. You can see just where my finger is here. You can see the light picks it up more on the camera than it does in person, but there's a little bit there. And then, yeah, then you've got these cool samurai leg plates. And then finally we've got this one, and this is the one, the book art and the cover art has the cool green blade. And then yeah, he's got the, I think that looks like a marksman rifle, something like that. And then he's just got the one sword. And I'm not sure if that's a mould line down his leg or part of the way the fabric. I think he has like this raised thicker bit, so that's one side of it, and then you can see it's sort of along there. But yeah, one other thing I will say, guys, metal miniatures, wash them. Warm soapy water, a soft toothbrush. You can do this before you assemble them or after. Just make sure if you're doing it before you assemble them that you don't get any parts mixed up. Yeah, you don't want to mix parts up and not be able to tell what goes where. But yeah, warm soapy water and just give them a brush off, because they will have residue on them. It's like an oil that helps release them from the moulds, and that can sometimes interfere with priming. You'll prime them and the primer will either peel off, or it will do like, it will sort of separate, and you'll just end up with this patch of metal there that won't take paint. And then you'll have to scrub the whole thing down anyway. So yeah, give them a wash, let them dry thoroughly, and then prime them. But yeah, that's all, guys. That's the miniatures. Obviously, if you want to see the painting videos of these, then check out the playlist, unless something popped up there or there's an eye up here. Click on that and that will show you some of the painting videos. I will also try and link them down in the comments. But at the time of filming this, obviously I haven't painted them, but I'm hoping to paint them in the next few days, at least one of each, and get some painting videos up for you this week. So yeah, obviously that's the miniatures, that's Operation Sandtrap. Let me know down in the comments if you guys are going to be getting this, or if you're more towards getting the essentials, start here stuff. Which I will try and do a video for. I don't think Corvus are sending me a pack for that, but I am looking to buy a pack and possibly do a giveaway for you guys. If I reach 1,000 subscribers by then, I'll do a giveaway for it. It is a Christmas thing, so yeah, we'll I think we'll run that as a competition. I'll make a short video for that. Don't forget to follow me on my other social medias, TikTok and Instagram and Twitch. All the links are down there. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about Infinity or Operation Sandtrap, the Essentials kit, anything like that, the Start Here stuff, let me know and I'll try and answer it to the best of my ability. But yeah, hit that video, hit that like. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and you'll get notifications for when new videos go live. I'm planning on doing a good series for the Infinity stuff, painting videos and some how to play stuff. So yeah, if you're interested, make sure you subscribe. But as always, guys, until next time, take it easy, keep painting those minis.